So you studied for 2 hours and you are proud of yourself. And so you get to your well-deserved break. You promise yourself that this will only be 15 minutes, and then you get onto your phone and start scrolling. Seconds turn into minutes, minutes turn into hours, and before you know it, you have literally wasted so much time on this so-called break than what you actually deserved after just like 2 hours of studying, or even 1 hour. Hi guys, I'm Pavitraa Shankar, and if any of this has ever happened with you, I am here for your rescue. And today I'm going to tell you all the study breaks that I like to take which do not involve scrolling on social media, getting onto your phone, or wasting your time. So without further ado, let us begin. Alright, number one, and I know you hate to hear this, is any form of physical exercise. Now I'm not saying that just after like 1 hour of studying or 2.5 hours of studying for a break, you go to like the gym and just start your cardios. What I'm talking about is anything from walking in a garden to doing some HIIT workouts, and I know there are plenty of them. I know you've searched them, so might as well do it in the break. I would personally suggest Pilates and Boho Beautiful. They have these short workouts which actually help you relax, and honestly वो जो 10-15 मिनट में आप वो जो exercise करते हो, आप भूल जाते हो for that time that okay, after 15 minutes you have to go back to studying, and that is pretty much what a break should be like. Now another idea of a break would be to make yourself something, and I mean some food or drink. I am not talking about going into full on MasterChef mode and just making biryani for yourself. Make tea, make coffee, some juice if you like, anything which takes less time but is at the same time going to help you either wake up or is healthy in some way, because obviously tea and coffee aren't so much, but at least they help you wake up. So listening to music, is it stating the obvious right here? Because I'm sure a lot of you sort to music during your breaks, but in case you don't, man, are you missing out. I have all these favorite playlists which have like motivational songs, which have like those Badshah level energy songs and all of that, which actually keep you going and which are like a great way to rejuvenate. I would suggest that you use the Spotify app because it has this timer thing on, so that all you have to do is use your phone once, select whatever songs, whatever playlist you have to play, and just put a timer of 15 minutes. So as soon as 15 minutes are over, the songs will be done, and then you know that you have to get back to studying. Another good idea for like a break in a productive way is listening to motivational speaks, and I'm not talking about YouTube videos about study motivation, because obviously that is like a rabbit hole and you keep going deeper and deeper and deeper into it, and you just again would end up wasting your time a lot. I'm talking about audiobooks and I'm talking about podcasts. So again, what I use are two apps. One is Spotify. It has like a lot of podcasts and practically it is free, except the stupid annoying ad breaks if you don't have premium. And the second app which I use is the TED Talk wala app. So they have all these recorded audios of TED Talks, and usually TED Talks are like 18 minutes, 17 minutes, so that's not a lot of time, but you could like select a TED Talk and listen to it. Instantly as a rush aata hai that let's just get back and let's just finish what you have started. Now I'm going to talk about the risky break, but obviously if done correctly, naps can be really, really helpful to actually make you study longer and retain more. So how I do it as is, if for example I have studied and I really need to take a break, I would put on an alarm of 15 minutes. I know 20 minutes is like the ideal time, but I also know that if I were to put an alarm of like 20 minutes, I would still wake up by like 30 minutes or 35 minutes, because I would be lazy, and then I would slowly get up from my bed like glacial pace pe ekdam dheere, and I would just so at least when I put the alarm for 15 minutes, I know it's a very short time, but that's like the ideal time. I have those 5 minutes to come back into human state from a zombie state and then actually get back to studying. it works for me. But obviously you could also try the classic 20-minute nap wala thing, but that just does not seem to work for me. Now, talking about making yourself rewards. Now, one of the many things I do in my study breaks is I write to myself a list of things which would be like rewards for me after studying for these exams. And I'm not talking about immediately 5 घंटे के बाद में, I'm talking about when the exam is over. So it could be anything like going shopping, it could be anything like watching that movie you've been postponing, or maybe going to have some good food, whatever you want, but put it right there. Write it on something and just put it in front of you, so that, you know, whenever you're like, I don't want to do it, at least you can look at it and be like, you know what, I will do it because I have all these lovely rewards. So yeah, I'll do it. That's what I mean to say. Lastly, since humans are social beings, we don't need people for, like, you know, the exam season as well. So what I do is, whenever I have to take a study break and I feel like talking to somebody, I would not talk to someone who's like giving the same exam. I would preferably talk to someone who is maybe not studying the same subjects, or just not around that area. Because if I talk to someone who's also giving the exam, all that you guys would talk about is kitna padha, kitna reh gaya. Alright, I hope this video made sense to you. Tell me if it didn't, tell me if it did. I would love to know. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you soon, and bye bye.